it's Meryl. If you know nothing else about me, know that I love Mexican food, like as a whole food group. Yes, it is a food group for me. I love it all. So today what we're gonna do is make Pico de Gallo, which is really, really simple and pretty healthy. So if you're low carbing, it's healthy and flavorful. If you're not low carbing, it's healthy and flavorful. It's just great. Kids love it, adults love it, so that's what we're gonna do today. Before we get started, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel and then put your notifications on so you don't miss a thing. So Pico de Gallo, to me, again, I clearly am a Black woman, not Mexican, but Pico de Gallo for me is the cousin to the salsa. So salsa is sort of more savory and thick. But Pico de Gallo is like chunky. It's like you really feel every single vegetable that's in there. You get all of that flavor. It goes great on tacos. It goes great on nachos. It goes great just with chips and dip, everything. It also goes good like on grilled chicken. If you have chicken and you just need to punch up the flavor a little bit. And it could not be easier. So let's get started. Okay, so really what you need some tomatoes, an onion, a couple jalapenos. We're going to de-seed this. Some salt, cilantro, and some lime juice. And you're just gonna chop that up and then we're gonna get started. So in the summer, we grow our tomatoes on the vine. It's something fun that my dad started with the kids and we just continue every single year. And it's so great when the squirrel is not trying to attack my veggies. But those are my favorite to get. Of course, it is not summer right now. So now I just get my fruits and vegetables from the store. I just go to the regular grocery store. Every once in a while I'll go to the farmer's market, but for the most part we're just hitting the grocery store to get these tomatoes and they taste just fine. So you're just going to dice your tomatoes and get them all in the bowl there. Don't be as messy as I am. And you want a small dice, but you don't have to get it too fine. Again, the one thing about Pico de Gallo that makes it so good is that you can taste the texture and the crunch of the vegetables. And so you don't want them too tiny, but just a little small. See? How about like that? So I have to tell you, when I first made this Pico, it was years ago when I was just a young girl and I was dating this guy who was not good enough for me, but you know, that's what you do when you're in your 20s. And I was making some salsa and I gave him a whole container of it. He thought that was the best thing anyone had ever made in life. And it just goes to show that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And also men just don't know any better. I think I said salsa, but you know what I meant. Pico. It was great. He was a vegetarian. He thought it was the greatest thing ever in life. And that's the other thing. So it's good for people who love meat, people who are trying to be more vegetable conscious, or a true vegetarian or vegan. This salsa is good for everybody. So we already have our tomatoes, and we're just going to dice our onions and throw them in the same bowl. I love that too, that it's all going in the same bowl. You don't have to do a lot of dirtying up the dishes. This is great for summer if you're looking for a quick and easy recipe to take with you on a picnic or to have a little siesta outside, little cookout. This is perfect. And like I said, you can put this on burgers, on chicken, whatever you want. It really goes well and it carries well and transports well. So you're going to get your onion all sliced up and put it in the bowl. While you're cutting the onion, you can shed some tears. Cry over that boy that you made this Pico for in your 20s. And all the boys you've loved before. Okay, so now the fun part. Jalapenos. Okay, what does a nosy pepper do? Get jalapeno business? Okay, so jalapeno gives it some kick. Now, if you want it spicy, I'm talking spicy, leave the seeds in. We're going to cut them out because the kids might eat some of this. I love this one Mexican restaurant in Atlanta, and whenever I get queso there, I ask them to add some diced fresh jalapenos, and you got to say fresh because otherwise they'll give you pickled. And they leave the seeds in, and ooh, yeah. It is something else. It's so funny because like it's painful, but it's also kind of good. So I guess it's a little sadistic, but it's easy just to take the vein out and take the seeds out. And then you are left with the taste of the jalapeno, but not the actual spice. Alrighty, so we have our jalapenos here without the seeds, and we're just gonna dice those up. The little dancing pepper. I feel like the jalapeno is a little pepper that could. It looks so innocent. Actually, it looks so pretty, but they're really tasty and flavorful. I love a jalapeno. Again, Mexican food is my love language. Every day is Taco Tuesday at the house. If I could and my kids would let me and not complain, I would eat Mexican food literally every single day. I can think of something different that is Mexican related, Mexican food related, that I would want every single stinking day. So those are chopped up, and I'm gonna finish chopping these. Once you finish, make sure you wash your hands because you definitely do not want to accidentally rub your eye and get jalapeno in your eye. That would not be good, and you probably end the evening with a trip to the doctor's office. Nobody wants that. Okay, so we're almost done. So you got everything together. Add a little cilantro, and then add some lime juice. You know, I love lime juice. We always have limes in the house or lime juice. Why? Because we always have some sort of Mexican concoction or margaritas. Limes are just pretty too. They always make me feel like I'm having a little bit of a summertime situation. So you're gonna mix all that together and then add a little salt to make sure that it's seasoned up pretty good. And then you are finished. You have just made Pico de Gallo. So if you're serving, put it in a pretty dish. This is my chips and salsa dish, and my chips and guac dish, and my taco, whatever, you know what I'm saying, because I told you I love me some Mexican food. And there you go. And so there you have it, chips and pico. So good, so good. Can I eat one for on camera real quick? So there you have it, Pico de Gallo. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So if you like that, click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. Until then, happy eating.